Hello, and welcome to the Phase Breaks NEINICE application tutorial video. Here we will walk you step by step through the process of preparing and applying NEINICE in a down tower setting. These same steps can be followed when applying the product up tower, so long as all safety regulations are met. First, let's discuss the tools and materials that you will need. Professional grade rags for wiping down the blades to ensure there is no debris on the surface that can prevent NEINICE from bonding to the substrate. Denatured alcohol, our recommended chemical for cleaning and prepping the blades. We also recommend thick latex gloves to protect your hands from the chemicals. Painter's tape, so you can achieve a consistent and straight line when applying the coating to the blade. Mixing sticks and paint tray for mixing the product and keeping the sticks clean and off the ground in between mixing. A small bucket for the denatured alcohol. A larger 2 to 3 gallon bucket in which to mix the product. A paint roller with 3 8-inch nap contractor grade paint roller covers, and a paint grid to provide even coverage on your roller without wasting product. You will likely also need a telescoping extension pole for the roller to ensure you can reach all parts of the blade you will be coating. Large contractor grade cleanup bags for disposing of tape, trash, paint rollers, and leftover product. And, of course, your NEINICE 3-part kit. First step, if applicable, is to remove all decals on the blade. Sometimes these can be easily peeled off. Other times, as in this video, you may have to use a painter's blade or utility knife to scrape the decals fully off. Step 2 is wiping down and cleaning the blades. As Kayla is demonstrating here, it's as simple as preparing your bucket of denatured alcohol, grabbing your rags, and scrubbing. It is important to be thorough and even in your wiping. You may need a stepladder if cleaning the blades on the ground to reach all parts of the blade. It's important to make sure to wipe down all parts of the blade that you'll be applying the coating to, as well as to frequently change out dirty rags. When taping, it is best to go in small sections, tamping down anchor points as you pull the tape along. Tape out a crescent shape on the first 3 feet of the blade, and then set your tape line as far back as your project requires. If you need to press down tape in hard-to-reach areas, a telescoping painter's pole or broomstick with a soft trowel can work great. This is what your finished tape line should look like. Set up your tape on the back half of the blades, using the same guidelines that you used on the first half. Repeat this process on the top and bottom of each blade. Here is a view of a fully taped blade, front to back. Though you'll be mixing in the field, we're going to hop back to our lab for the next step, mixing the kit. First, ensure that you have all 3 parts of your 3-part NEINICE kit. Then, put part A into your bucket. The liquid should come out looking clear, with no clumping or inconsistencies. Shake the can as needed to make sure all material makes its way into your mixing bucket. Next, add part B. As you add part B, you should notice that the mixture changes from a clear liquid to an amber gold color. Again, shake the can to make sure that all of the part B makes its way into the mixing bucket. Then stir for 1 minute. Once parts A and B have been fully stirred together, take part C and add it to the mixture. You'll notice that as you mix in part C, the mixture will turn a milky white. Stir this for another minute. consistency should look like this coming off of the stirring stick. Now, we'll return back to the field with Kayla to coat the blade. For this application, our customer asked us to add a blue dye for easy maintenance observation. NEINICE goes onto the blade in a very thin coat, about the thickness of a sheet of paper, so a little goes a long way. Once your roller is evenly coated and no longer dripping excess product, you're ready to begin rolling it onto the blade. Use smooth, consistent strokes, applying the product up to the tape line. It is best to roll the product in large squares that you can return to and smooth out against the lip of the blade later. While applying the coating, it is important to avoid coating over any sensors. You can use tape to cover them, or in Kayla's case here, carefully apply the coating in a square around the sensor and fill in around it. Then, you may return over the sections you have rolled on and smooth the surface out into an even, smooth layer of NEINICE. Repeat this process for the top and bottom of the blade. After coating the front half of a blade, it is important to remove the tape. This is an important step, as once NEINICE begins its curing process, it can be incredibly difficult to remove the tape from beneath the coating layer. Here's how a finished section should look. Repeat this same process for the back half of the blade. Here is a fully finished coated blade. Dealing with unused NEINICE is simple. Discard the empty B and C cans in your contractor waste bags and pour leftover mixtures into the Part A can. Place the lid back on to avoid spillage and let sit upright for about 24 hours. It will harden the can and can be tossed out with the rest of the trash. Discard any tape, remove decals, gloves, and paint rollers as needed in your contractor waste bags. With that, you've successfully applied NEINICE to your wind turbine blades. The product will finish curing in 24 hours, and then the blades are ready to be installed, or, in the case of up-tower applications, ready to begin operation again. NEINICE will protect your turbines from ice buildup for years to come. When it comes time for reapplication, simply follow these same steps.